don't really know how, then this thing comes into view. A contest called IGOW2 in a park out in the sun. We'll be flying, having fun, and you'll do some tricks that you only dreamed you could do. Now we're ripping packs together, power loops, Matty flips forever. I'll never fear that dive again. IGOW, I'll never fear that dive again. IGOW, IGOW.
Do you wanna do an orbit upside down around the ball? It can be anywhere, at any height we'll find we're really tall. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish I could make you split. Does it have to be an orbit? Yes, it has to be an orbit. Okay, I'll try. Do you wanna do an orbit upside down around the peak? I think this trick is overdue. I started scrolling through the Reddit for the week. It gets a little lonely on these packs, just watching my work burst down. I think I got an orbit. I think I got an orbit. Okay, let's fly. Okay, let's fly.
It's cheating.
Really?
I've been waiting for you. IGOW2.
Thanks.
There we go.
They say that's an inspiring video, babe.
There we go. Now you should be able to hear us again.
Oh, we were silenced. Well, thank you, me drone.
I think we were just on the wrong microphone. Anyway, we're back with week number 35. It's been a long road here. And this is the first week of round 2 of the finals. We only had 3 challenges created because Callisto and Agilis were not able to complete their own challenge. So we had Akira up first, we're going to have Spit next week, and Daylight for the 3rd trick. So this week was Akira's trick, and you had to do 7 Matty flips in less than 10 seconds. Let's take a look at that.
What is with you licking my arm, man? Stop.
All right.
Does it?
I like this name. The Freestyle's Vendetta.
All right. So you had to do 7 Matties in less than 10 seconds. Your time started when you went through the top gate the first time and ended when you went through the bottom gate the last time. Then after you went through the bottom gate, you had to do a 360 yaw celebration spin. And Akira set it up that way so you couldn't just like keep doing as many Matties as you could as fast as you can and then crash and then just take your chunk of best 7. He had wanted you to count 7 and stop. So I thought that was a smart idea to make it a little harder. You can see him doing it here. And then so we gotta point out one other main point about his trick that he'll explain here. And with the FPV view,
Yeah.
that's his secret hand sign, the double barrel gun. Alright, examples, okay. So one of his requirements was that after you flip through for the Matty, before you go through the gate going backwards, you have to see the TGS in your FPV view. You have to keep it in your view until you get through the gate going backwards. So you can see there. Is it really? It's really not going to let me do the frame by frame. Thanks. Great. Great. But you can see if it would let us progress frame by frame that he sees the top of the TGS. It doesn't have to be the top any part. And then before he's gone backwards through the middle gate, and he keeps the top or any part of the TGS in frame until he gets backwards through the gate. So you can see on his no pass examples here, if you do a Matty and then you just kind of look forward and then fly backwards through and get through before you see the gate, or you lose the gate out of view, then that doesn't count. So that's going to come into play here. And these tricks, as I've already reviewed all of them, so we don't have to do the clicking frame by frame. So let's start with Spit. First up, we've got Spit, Peter Drimmel. He's fresh off a new baby, but still found a little bit of time to attempt the trick this week. So let's check out his video.
Poison for the system. No one on the corner has swagger like us. Hit me on my banner, prepaid wireless. We pack and deliver
1,
like UPS trucks.
2,
Already going hard,
3,
pumping night gas.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh.
Uh,
9.982.
He timed 9.982. He did the Akira hand signal too. I like that. So I downloaded all the videos and I put them on my editor and checked with the frames. So Spit actually was 1 frame under 10 seconds. Literally the little minus, it was almost a half a frame too, because like I was like, he might be through there, and then on the next frame, oh, he's way through there. So like that was being kind of generous. I kind of started it when I thought maybe he wasn't all the way through the top. So, and I watched all of his Maddies too. You can see pretty easily though that he keeps the TGS in his view for each Maddie. Doesn't have any issues there. So congratulations to Spit by 1 frame in 30 frames per second. Filming Spit passes. Oh, I'm a commenter only. Oh, because
Hi, Callisto.
IGOW. There we go. All right. Green for Spit. Maintaining his who. Alright, so Akira has 3 more chances to make someone fail to avoid his letter this week. And looks like he probably got it here since Callisto wrote whoop out with a sad face. But let's check the video.
Aww.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, 10.2. It was actually 10.10 and 20 frames out of 60 for his. He must have either just rendered it in 60 frames per second or he has a power play. Because his was, that's like 10.33333. So, very good attempt by Callisto. He kept the TGS in view the whole time on every Maddie, so he got that part of the requirement done. I like how he put the LED strip at the top of the TGS here. That made it really easy to distinguish it from the rest of his roof, which was nice, since he's got that like vent right above it. Just barely too slow. And that puts Callisto with his P. So sad to see him go after 35 weeks. Callisto is now out. Let's look at a quick recap of his journey when he picked up his letter. He had a clean slate all the way until the finals, so none of the challenges that I came up with could phase him. But then, of course, Agilis's week, everyone got a letter in, and then Daylight's first week, everyone got a letter, so that was his W and his H. And then in his own created week, the Half Maddie Ascent, I actually thought someone might fail that one, but it came towards the end when there was only the top 5 here left, so the other 4 were able to do it. He picked up his first O, and then to start round 2, his challenge, he went for a really hard challenge to make sure that no one else could get it, rather than just doing something everyone else could get. So he picked up his second O there, since he wasn't quite able to complete his own challenge. And then this week is his final and 5th letter, the P, whooping out in week 35. It's been 5 weeks. Oh wait, no. Yeah, Sam was the last one to whoop out, and that was week 30. So it's been 5 weeks since we had a whoop out, battling the top 5 pilots here. But now we must say goodbye to Callisto. I think he was working on a whoop out.
You could ask him.
Video.
He's here.
Callisto, did you make that video?
Don't acknowledge my talking or saying hello to people or anything.
Did you make that video, Callisto? Let us know. We'll check your YouTube page at the end if you made it already.
Thank you so much for participating. You have done an awesome job over this season. 35 weeks is no easy feat at all. You have made some amazing videos over this year.
Thank you for being a Patreon too, of course.
Oh yes, and thank you for being a Patreon. We greatly appreciate that.
I think Josh said that like in the beginning he like really hadn't done very much freestyle at all on a whoop. So
hey, to make it 35 weeks is great. I mean, what was it? Like, I mean, all of you guys have done fantastic. And he was just telling me that Akira said that his goal was to make it through the first 5 weeks, and Akira's in the finals. Like,
and remember,
you guys are doing amazing.
You guys still get your grand prize choice once we finish out here. We'll have a thing where everyone chooses an order.
And Callisto says he does have one up on his channel.
Nice. Okay, we'll watch that at the end. All right. Next up, we've got Agilis. Agilis currently has a woo also, so if his video is not successful, he will also whoop out this week with Callisto. And if we have a tie where people whoop out in the same week, then you go to the power rankings score, and I have to update that because I haven't done it in like 5 weeks. But that will be the tiebreaker for who. So let's see. Right now it looks like
Callisto's ahead by 1 point.
Would have finished ahead. So let's see how Agilis did on his challenge. The 10-second challenge really makes her some short videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Yasmin. Great job there from Agilis. So he didn't put a timer on his, but if you watch, he starts like right as it switches from 28 to 29. So he'd have to finish before it switches from 38 to 39. And he does that quite easily. I don't think as fast as Akira, but probably about 9 seconds. And if you watch every Maddie, like he never even has that one where it's really close to him losing the gate. He's always seeing the top. So, great job from Agilis. Very impressive.
Those were some beautiful Maddies, Agilis.
Right to the point. Getting it done. And Agilis maintains his woo, living the woo life.
Hey, rock that woo life all the way till the end.
How long can Agilis live the woo life now? He's got a UTT next week, so we're going to assume that he could probably do that.
Right, I need somebody to design a Living the Woo Life t-shirt for me.
All right, so, well, we already know Akira is safe since Callisto was not able to complete his trick, so he keeps his who, Spit keeps his who, Agilis keeps his woo, and now we're on to Daylight, leader right now with only a W. Let's check out Daylight's video.
In the year of 175-238-17-42187, 65, there was a thing that happened that was pretty crazy. A star started acting up.
6.
And it turned out that it needed to be
7.
back in its place.
That one he didn't quite get in time. You were watching.
He became the last
It's about
starfighter.
1 second
He was the man.
too
He
slow.
was amazing. I agree, Izzy Shepherd. You are a cute little baby, and you're listening to this story while I speak it.
4, 5.
If you don't believe me,
6,
you'll just have to agree.
7.
Because
8 on that one, so you start from the second one.
I'm telling the truth.
And he actually, that one is actually just under 10 seconds. And I think it's one of his better ones, but there's 2 loops where when he goes backwards through, you don't see it. I think it's like the 4th one and the 6th one. We're not, since I can't do the frame by frame right now.
What's up, Agilis?
Oh, maybe it just matters for whose video it is, but it seems to be working here. But if you want to watch that in slow motion, he loses, he just comes backwards through the gate on 2 of them. One, that one just had a tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty sure 8. That one had a tap too.
Oh, taps.
On the tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one was, I think that was his fastest one overall, but that one also has 2 Maddies that don't quite pass. And then that's it. So he has 2 that are under 10 seconds, but both of them.
Aim the last starfight. While I
Here,
speak
let's see
it.
if I can show it
Cute little
here,
baby, and you're listening.
so people can understand what
I
we're
agree,
talking about.
Izzy Shepherd.
1,
You are a cute little baby. I agree, Izzy Shepherd.
1,
You are a cute
Hit
little
1.
baby. And you're listening to the
2.
story while
Bless
I
you.
speak it.
3. I'm pretty sure it's this one. 4. So he goes through. Yep, and then you can see the gate gone. He's not through. He's not through. He's not through. He's maybe through. He's going through now. So loses a gate for these frames here, and he's not through till right then. So that one didn't. I think
Me, you'll just have to agree.
this one too. No, maybe the one before. Anyway,
Because she's
no, that last one too.
Like, speak up, or are you only talking to
Sorry.
yourself?
Sorry, can you see that there? What I was trying to explain. That one and his one other successful one. This one where he goes all crooked also comes less than 10 seconds, but he loses the view. Yeah, I think it's that one right there.
Unfortunately. Oh my gosh. So Akira has now given Daylight his second letter? Is that what we're saying?
Yep. So let's see.
Oh man.
Loses it, not through, not through, not through, not through, not through. So only by a couple frames each time, like 3 or 4 frames where he doesn't see the top and then he goes through. And each of them had 2. So so it was very close. Couple of ones with taps, couple that were just slightly too slow, and a couple that didn't follow the keeping the gate in view requirement. So good job by Akira crafting a challenge that had multiple elements that you had to
Right?
do to make it tricky.
That was really, really good. Half the
'Cause
players failed that.
Yeah, because they definitely didn't fail it because he didn't understand on the.
No, it was just that was actually a difficult task to be able to keep it in frame every single time, to do it in under 10 seconds, because you got to have them really nice. They have to be very fluid. It's got to be very consistent.
Akira does a really good job.
Akira's like, wee!
He does a really good job in his video of looking up at the gate every time. So I thought that he had upped his angle on his whoop to do that, because everyone knows Daylight flies with a low angle. So that was Steve's whole plan. Do things that
require.
He upped his angle for some, but he likes to.
You
fly.
did a great job carefully crafting this challenge.
Yeah, but Akira said he flew with the goober canopy, which is 10-20 degrees. So it's not like he gave himself an advantage.
Yeah, so it wasn't any inverted orbit trickery or anything like that.
Yeah, just very good.
Wow, great
Very
job.
smart challenge. So next time, Akira obviously can't do a Maddie flip speed challenge. He could do some other trick speed, but you can't do anything
No more
involving
Maddie flip
Maddie
speed
flips
tricks.
for the next. Could even really do a trick that revolved around Maddie flips next time. You could, yeah. So the idea is to have different type challenges each time. So this would get an orange. Because half people did it right, half people failed it. All right. So everyone right now is working on Spitz Challenge, which is the UTT. I think one of Spitz's goals was maybe to target Callisto, since Callisto a little bit not quite as racer oriented as the rest of the group that's left here.
Let's say, and Akira said that his challenge was named in honor of Agilis's UTT, where he got his first letter.
Yeah, that's he wanted to get Agilis back. Couldn't quite do it, but still got Daylight a letter. So it looks shaping up now. It's pretty close.
It
you got
is.
WH to WHO to WHO to WHO, but of course Akira has gone through his week, which is and so has Agilis, a little bit of an advantage, since Spit's week will be next, where he could possibly pick up a letter if everyone does his, and then Daylight's week, where he could of course get a letter if everyone does his. So should be interesting. Is it? No. So it's not. We'll definitely have a round 3 now, because there's no way that both Akira and Spit can get a letter next week. So one of them will have a WHO. At least one of them will have a WHO going in. Possibly both of them, right? No. Yeah, possibly both of them if Daylight or Agilis fails, I guess. But most likely either a Spit or Akira will have a WHO going into the Daylight week. That'd be interesting. I'm just guessing that Agilis and Daylight are going to pass the UTT because they're really fast, but you never know.
Right?
They could take a wrong turn.
Something could happen.
They could go a little
get a
too
bump,
slow.
could just not have enough time to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Spit's slow, but
no, he
Agilis
has a
and
newborn
Daylight.
baby at home.
I know, and Agilis and Daylight are just like some of the
And that
fastest,
can affect you.
fastest swoop pilots in the world. So, all right. Thanks for joining. There won't be anything on this. Oh yeah, there will. We'll just show what Daylight's challenge is. It just won't be a draw.
Yeah,
just like for
there's just
Akira's
Daylight's.
week 34.
Yeah, there's just Daylight's trick.
Yeah, so on
So we'll just show what
Thursday,
it is.
on Thursday, the 8th, we'll show what Daylight's trick is, and then you'll have that due on the 16th. But also on the 16th, remember, if you think you're going to make it to round 3, you got to have another challenge to turn in on the 16th. So Akira, hopefully you were working maybe on one this week, because now you got to do Spits, and then you're going to have to do Daylights. So think about what you want to do for round 3 in there. Spit, if you have time this week, possibly try to make up something with the baby if you're going to be able to, because you don't have any challenge to do. And then Daylight probably will make his up the last week, because he always waits till the end anyway. Plus it's his...
the life of a teenager.
Plus it's his challenge week, so that would be a good time to do it. Anyway,
Right.
Those will be due the 16th, and we'll do the same thing. On 16th at midnight, they'll be due, and then like 12:30 or so, a little bit after they're due, we'll go on and we'll choose who's going to be first for round 3, week number 38, of whoever completed their challenges. So remember, same thing as always, you got to send your challenge to me, and then get it approved, and then I'll give you something like the little gun hand sign, and then you got to do the challenge, show the hand sign, and then make a little video explaining it. I'm sure everyone knows by now since we're in round 2. All right. Thanks for joining us. It's also the last week of the We Bleed series, so if you want to get in on that $3,000+ prize pool, so join the We Bleed server, get on the leaderboards.
See if you're capable of making a team. The teams will be drafted.
Callisto is like, I don't know what to do with myself now. I was like, maybe you got a week to try to get fast. And
right? You can attempt We Bleed. Right?
So
Start preparing for season 3. If you're interested in season 3, season 3 will be starting in June? July? Have we decided yet?
We haven't decided exactly when, but probably like beginning of end of July. Callisto.
Oh, almost forgot.
These are mine. I know what we can do. Oh, here we go. All right. Here's his Callisto's recap video from his earlier, or all his early times. Oh, I remember that one. He did. That was when that was the first video of his where I was like, ooh. Where he did the, what was that? Flips and rolls. Was that week 3? Because that was pretty early. He said when he first did the Maddie Flip week.
Oh, that's right. He got stuck to his goggles.
He had to do just the 2 Maddie flips, in a row. It took him 2 days to just pull it off, like outside on the big light. And now he did almost 7 Maddie flips in 10 seconds.
Right? Like, that is amazing. The growth that you guys have achieved in the last 35 weeks is just mind-boggling. Like, I really need to take the time next season to just like do this every single week. I had planned on doing it this season, and that lasted like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh, the Balzac, Kinging Balzac. I think half Maddie was Callisto's like signature trick. If I had to pick one, he was really good at the half Maddies. Looked really nice. Snappy. The under the car and then backwards thing.
Oh man!
We were like, whoa! One hand. It's a good challenge. Really nice broad.
Yeah, there does seem to be a very large delay right now for some reason.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars one. Star Trek. Oh, into the gutter, that's right. I forgot about that one. Power loop to gutter.
No, we still haven't seen the Star Trek on live.
What?
The Star Trek one still hasn't shown live.
Yeah, it's longer than normal.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Great video there by Callisto, showing off all of his progression throughout the international game of Whoop.
Internation game
Internation. Internation game of Whoop.
It was absolutely fantastic. Like, oh, I'm so sad not to be seeing your videos anymore. You guys have just worked so hard, and it just makes me so sad when one of you whoop out.
So what place?
Especially at this place.
Fifth.
At this point in the competition, it's just like, oh. On one hand, I'm just like, okay, let everybody whoop out, let it be over, let me get a nice break. And on the other hand, I'm like, no, you guys need to stay in forever. It makes me sad. You're so welcome. Thank you for making it.
All right. Sweet.
All right. Now, that is the end of the live stream. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. We will see you on Thursday to show Daylight's trick. And then that is about it. Oh, check out FPV Skittles on Twitch. He just started a new Twitch channel where he will be racing the multi-GP course, as well as like doing chess and Rubik's Cube and just hanging out. So check him out.
All right.
Bye. I'm free.